Hello and welcome back to another installment of Poke Fodder, where what I want to do today is I want to go over I don't want to overstate this, but this was the most ridiculous match that I have ever played in my Pokemon Duel career, and we are approaching the 1-year anniversary of my Pokemon playing days. I don't know the exact day that I started playing Pokemon Duel, but I will tell you that the 1-year anniversary of Poke Fodder is February 23rd. We are 9 days away from that. And this right here, this replay that I'm going to show for you is, I've never seen anything like this. And I'm trying not to overstate this, but this was ridiculously insane. I've got Guzzlord here, and you know that I've been working on building this Ultra Beast deck, so when I pulled Guzzlord, and I'll show you, you haven't seen my booster openings, so this is kind of a spoiler alert, I pulled Guzzlord. But I immediately made him level 5. Now, if we were to look at Guzzlord real quick, and I will say, I don't really think Guzzlord fits in. I think there are better synergies for Guzzlord than in an Ultra Beast deck. My initial thoughts after playing a handful of games with Guzzlord in my Ultra Beast deck is that Suicune is a better fit. And you'll see why whenever I play back this match for you. But quickly, want to go over Guzzlord here. Guzzlord is an Ultra Beast. It is the 4th Ultra Beast that we have had released. It is a Dark Dragon type with the ability of Gulp. This Pokemon gains +1 MP after moving to the bench or field until its first battle. At the start of your turn, instead of using an MP move, this Pokemon may move to a point by passing through adjacent Pokemon that have weight. If it does, those adjacent Pokemon move to the Ultra Space outside of the field. Your turn ends. Now, like I said, mine is level 5, so I got rid of one of the 4 slices of Miss, and I put those 4 slices into Dragon Tail. 28 wheel slice of Ultra Belch moves one opposing Pokemon in Ultra Space to a point of your choosing on the field. That Pokemon gains weight 3. This will come into play, a little bit of a spoiler, this will actually come into play during the match that I'm going to show you. I think I don't like the fact that me rolling a blue benefits the opponent, because if I send an opponent's figure to Ultra Space and they don't have the ability to bring it back, that should be the same as being excluded, but it's not, because now I have to bring it back. The saving grace is that I get to choose where it goes. A 28 wheel slice of Brutal Swing, which is a 3-star purple. Adjacent Pokemon are knocked back 1 step back. Those Pokemon gain weight. This is not going to come into effect or come into play at all with its ability, because if you'll remember from its ability, once it takes on a battle, it loses its 2 MP status, and then it goes down to 1 MP. The 4 wheel slice of Miss, and then the 36 wheel slice of Dragon Tail that hits for 137. Benches your battle opponent, except when opponent has fainted. Your battle opponent then must wait. So now you are up to speed on Guzzlord. Let's jump into this match. And it was on Featured Duels. You may or may not have seen it earlier. In fact, if it is, I just won't even use, and it's not still there. If you will notice, in Dad is running the same deck. Okay, so I have the game ID in, and it turns out this was actually against another N player, and I didn't even know it. So here we go. The first thing you'll notice is my opponent's deck. It is absolutely sickening to look at. So I'm just going to stop this right off the bat. As you know, I always struggle when new figures come out with pronouncing names right. Altaria. My opponent's running 3 Altarias, a Tapu Koko, and 2 Suicunes. If we look at his plates, Pokemon Switch, Scoop Up, Max Revive, Hurdle Jump, and Tropical Energy. I don't think I really need to explain why he has those. Suicune is going to remove curse markers, Scoop Up, so he's got like 4 chances to remove curse markers, and then a Pokemon Switch, so 5 chances to remove curse markers from his figures. Goodness. If I'm running DOA, he has the I can't respin. The plates that I'm running, 2 double chance, a Scoop Up, a Max Revive, a Gold Block, and then I'm trying Mighty Sphere simply because with Koko I can get surrounds, with the Call Signal I can get surrounds, and then with Guzzlord being able to bring back figures from Ultra Space, I can potentially create, I can bring them back into a surround and then capture them into my PC, which is going to work as a Max Revive for me. That was my thought behind building of this deck. And here we go. I'm just going to tell you now. Go grab some popcorn, grab a Coke or a water or whatever it is that you drink, because this is going to be a really long match, especially with me breaking it down. Here we go. Opens up with Koko. Obviously, I'm just going to match with my Koko. And here he goes, bringing out his Altarias. And I had not faced an Altaria going into this. I'm going to hit stop here. He rolls the Parish Song. Now, I'm just going to be totally honest. I forgot that I had Scoop Up in my deck. But I'm glad that I didn't scoop up my Buzzwole, even though, let's go ahead and stop it as soon as we can. So what he did is he landed Parish Song, so now my figure is cursed, but his is not because he brought Suicune out. Now look at that, plus 60 damage because it self-buffs, and then there's 2 others on the field. So this 70 became 130 with the potential of becoming 180 if it lands was a Dragon Dance. 180, ladies and gentlemen. That is where we are in Pokemon Duel. Let's go. He attacks again, and my 113 just is not going to get the job done. Sayonara, thank you for playing. I honestly, I don't know what to do at this point. I'm like, well, crap. So I go on the offensive. As you can see, he threatens me. Boom, by Koko. Not really the best of starts. I come back out, and like I said, I just go aggressive here. I roll a miss. I'm fortunate not to lose my figure there. Call Signal, it's just a dodge until I have figures in Ultra Space. It's nothing more than a dodge. We're going to exchange some pleasantries, if you will, for a minute. Just looking for, I've rolled 2 misses now. Koko is not really here to play today, but he redeems himself, gets the knockout. And I go ahead and move. Now, here is where I make a mistake. I make several, but I think this was a mistake. The reason why I think this was a mistake is because Guzzlord loses its ability to be 2 MP once it takes on a battle. And by taking on that battle, I think it was a needless battle, because now I've cost myself an MP, and I think having the 2 MP on Guzzlord is the most valuable thing that you can have, because later on you'll see that I really need it to be 2 MP at a later point in the game. And if I just move over here and don't attack, I still have the surround set up with Coco. Had he landed Perish Song, I would have ended up cursing 2 of my figures. So I think it was a high risk, low reward scenario for me to attack there. Hope that makes sense for him. He's a smart player though, he backs up, and I just go ahead and attack again, because why wouldn't I just attack again? I can't beat 180 anyways. And there he goes. Max Revive to bring out his Tapu Koko. I just go after Suicune. We get the push, the neutral turn. And I don't know what he did. I don't know why he did that. And here we go. Now, here is something that I learned. Okay. Let's see if it stops there. Okay. So, my Nihiligo's cursed. My Formosa is cursed. Nihiligo, even when it's cursed, if it gets knocked out, it still only goes to Ultra Space. It does not get banished. I did not know that going into this match. That will also come into play later on. But what happened there is when he attacked and landed Perish Song, that allowed me, I was more than happy to sacrifice my Tapu Koko to banish his figure. Like, I didn't even hesitate. This doesn't really show how long my thought process is on this game, but let me tell you, it was a snap decision. I did not even hesitate to make that exchange. I thought it was a more than fair exchange in my favor. Now he brings down his Koko. I'm going to go cover gold because I have to. Take Nihiligo, and he's going to land the gold into purple. Like I said, it just goes off to Ultra Space. And I was so thankful at that point. So now I have a couple different options here. I go ahead and do the double chance into his Altaria, looking for my call signal, because then I can call him back and get the surround. Alternatively, what I could have done was move Guzzlord over and defended next to my Formosa. That was an option as well. You know, I probably took the higher risk option at this point, because I had a banished figure, although he had a banished figure at this point as well. But I felt pretty confident. I mean, it's a 41 slice. I have a double chance. I don't know. I mean, it definitely could have backfired on me, but I thought it was worth the risk. So then he goes down and attacks, probably looking for Sheer Cold. Blue on blue, which is going to set up the easy surround for me. Remember what his Tapu Koko did last time? Well, his Tapu Koko does it again, and it's bye-bye Nihiligo, off to Ultra Space you go. So now I move Guzzlord back, and he attacks into him as well. Probably just hoping at that point. I'm not quite sure. I have another surround situation set up, but because it wasn't dire, I didn't want to waste I wanted to save my double chance for later in the game when I really needed a roll. I didn't have to have a roll on that particular turn there. Get the call signal and bring back to close off one entry point. And it was at this point that I was like, oh wait, I have a scoop up. My Formosa is still cursed, so I go ahead and take the advantage of the plate there. Do want to stop it because This was just, I hope I knock him out. And I was actually okay losing my Nihilego at this point if I got knocked out. This right here is why I think Suicune may be better in this deck than Guzzlord. Because if this is going to be the new norm of opponents running banish type figures, I need a way to remove those curse markers besides just a scoop up. I think Suicune, its value went up tremendously with this most recent update. So there. That's kind of all that I wanted to say about that. And as I say that, Guzzlord actually is going to play a major role in this game. I've already kind of hinted at that because I went into the whole description of why I probably should not have attacked over here. And the reason why I attacked the goalie is because I was actually okay. I did have the gold, so I could have landed gold into his purple, but I was actually okay getting knocked out, because if I do, then either one, my Formosa or my Nihilego here, can bring back my figure, and I can kind of set up some surrounds and change a little bit of momentum with that play. So here we go. He backtracks, surrounds me. Like I said, it doesn't bother me. I set up the surround on him, and now I have even another surround opportunity. Roll the Ice Beam into dodge. And again, I'm not using my double chance because I don't have to have the roll. I think I lose this, and I do. Now he's down to 1 MP, and I'm gonna go ahead and attack here, because if I roll blue, I surround. Yes, my figure gets knocked out on this round, but I like my chances. So then he does his scoop up to remove the marker. And I get my call signal, so back out you come. And now I have his entry points. This is going to go back and forth for a while, and I'll just stop it whenever it wants to stop. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you right now, he's going to hop back and forth numerous times here. He's going to, I think, curse both my Nihilegos. But by this point, I'm okay with him cursing them because I know they don't get banished from the game. If they had been banished from the game, I think they both would have already been gone, and then the game would have already been over. But this is where I really need my Guzzlord to be 2 MP, because as you'll see, every time I get to a position where I am within 2 MP of attacking his figure, he just moves from here to here, back and forth, and I can't do anything about it. Now, I do have my goal block, so I can overextend a little bit, but I can't get to a point where he can't just run around the corner on Guzzlord. And so that, again, is why I say keeping Guzzlord at 2 MP, if you're going to run Guzzlord, keep it at 2 MP as long as possible, because you're going to need it in the late game. So I'm just going to let this part play out. I've kind of already told you what happens, and it'll go on for several turns here. Me, I'm not going to move my figures, because for that first roll, I do have the option of rolling gold into his purple, which I'm begging to do, and it doesn't happen. If I get knocked out, my other Nihilego can bring back my figure. You know, the only way for me to cycle through is to have Guzzlord and then Coco get knocked out. And that's probably not going to happen just based on the way that the game is going. At this point, I didn't feel like that is going to happen. But look what we have here. We have a 3-on-3, which is kind of weird if you think about it. Like, 4-on-4 is pretty standard. And oh, you know what? I'm going to tell you that I miss a play. I'm going to miss a play here in just a second, so I'm going to stop this. So now my Guzzlord is cursed. Now, The reason why I attacked there is because I figured out that in the game, my math was 1 off. I thought I could come here, and then on the next turn, I would still have 1 opportunity to jump over him and send him to Ultra Space. When I got there, and I'd already made up my mind that's what I was going to do. Then when I got here, I was like, crap, I'm not going to have another turn. I'll just attack. Now, the play that I missed is he is cursed and can't move on his turn. So what I could have done is, and should have done, is taken my Nihilego and moved it right here and then created the banish. But I wasn't thinking like that. I was thinking, crap, I missed my chance. I wish my Guzzlord was 2 MP, because then I could have done it. I could have sent him to Ultra Space. And that's where my mindset was. Just in case you're wondering, and I know you guys like to comment that I missed a play. So I'm telling you right now, I missed a play. So here we go. He attacks into me. I roll the blue. And this is where I should have surrounded him. But I double chance because I'm actually trying to knock him out because he's cursed. He rolls the Perish Song again, which I can't do anything about. I don't know why. I just decided to use my double chance because I had it. And again, he's going to bounce back and forth. And I don't know. Like, he doesn't have a miss, so there's no way for Nihilego to knock him out at this point. Again, I come over, and he just runs away from me. So pretty big missed opportunity there on my part, actually, by not taking this round. Okay, and so now he finally breaks through, gets the KO, and I'm like, crap. I don't know why I moved up there. It was a pretty bad play. I go down here, would have liked to have had my double chance, get fortunate with the call signal, and block off his path to my goal. But he's going to scoop up, and it's bye-bye Nihilego. Once again, I'm very thankful that cursed Nihilegos only go to Ultra Space. That would have been nice to give him weight 6, but it didn't happen. I'm going to go ahead and use my goal block here. And I actually think that was the right play, because I kept my positioning with my Nihilego, and I didn't really lose positioning by moving my Guzzlord. Get another one. And this time I'm close enough that Guzzlord can make it all the way over. One step at a time, and away he goes to Ultra Space. But, I mean, the threat is far from over because I have a 1 MP Pokemon and then a not so strong Pokemon. Here he goes. I would have liked to have rolled my callback there, but because I didn't, he's going to get weight 6 again. And Guzzlord is within striking distance again. So here we go, up and over. 2 of his figures are in Ultra Space. Now it's 2-on-1. I don't know that I've ever seen this before. Then I'm gonna roll the blue, bring him back, but because I control where I bring him back, I put him somewhere where I could just hop back over and send him out to Ultra Space. Remember, my Guzzlord was cursed? It's not cursed anymore because it's been removed from the game, and we now have a 1-on-1 situation. The good news is, if I land blue, I get a 2-on-1. I actually landed the purple, which is going to give him weight 6. He can't bring anything back on the field. He burns a plate. I burn my Mighty Sphere plate and pick up the weight win in a 1-on-1 game of Pokemon Duel. So when all was said and done, 4 figures were in the PC, 3 figures were in Ultra Space, 2 figures were banished, and 2 figures were on the field. I think that's right. We have 4 in the PC, 3 in Ultra Space, which is going to be 8. 2 on the field, that's 9, 10. And then 2 banished. Although I feel like I had 3 banished. Anyway, the math works out on that somehow, some way. But the fact of the matter is, the game ended in a 1-on-1 situation, which I've never, ever, ever seen that before. I've run my dragons and banished 4 figures from the other team, and then they just had 2 in the PC. But I've never seen a game where it was 1 figure for each team on the board. Wild, wild game. I'm going to go ahead and start the unlock on this one, and we will crack open this black booster here. Looking for more than 5 Carbonite, always. A Straptor, a Bergmite, and 5. Meh, win some, lose some. So there you go. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? My thoughts are Guzzlord works better in other decks. That's what I think. I'm going to continue to run it in this deck and see how it works compared to Suicune, especially knowing that my Nihiligos can't get banished, but the fact that everything else can, I just feel like Suicune is a little bit better insurance against that. Did Suicune's value go way up for you guys? Let me know in the comments below, and until next time.